Welcome to Mr. 96's Pop Reviews. My name is Mr. 96. Every November, I like to make a corrections video to look back at all the times I f***ed up in the past year. But at the same time, these videos tend to serve as a bit of a channel update, so I want to focus more on that today as I have some plans about my channel moving forward. As for actual corrections, I did make one editing error earlier this year when I did my Evacuate the Dance Floor review. In that video, I referenced Starboy by The Weeknd and forgot to include the featured artist, Daft Punk. Wow, in a year where Daft Punk disbanded and were celebrated for their legacy, my contribution to that legacy is forgetting to include their credits in one of their most recognized projects. Shows what kind of music critic I am. As for my worst and best list of 2020, opinions constantly change over time, but the biggest regret I made was including Mood at number 9 on my best list. To be blunt, it just really soured on me afterwards like most disposable pop, so if you ever watch that video again, just ignore everything I said in that section. Anyways, those are the only real corrections I have to make. Sort of like last year, I didn't make that many videos, so the opportunities for errors weren't plenty. Regardless, that is a topic I want to address right now, so let's actually get into it. Since we're closing in on 1 year since I made my Patreon page, I thought now would be the perfect time to discuss how to update my content moving forward. This year has been one of the toughest in my life due to personal issues, which has led to an overall decrease in motivation, negatively affecting my performance during my day job this past summer. Regardless, my video quantity in the past 2 years has been shit, and it's something I have to improve, even if just a little. As a result, I want to find a perfect balance of 1, increasing my video output over what it's been the last 2 years, and 2, staying motivated by making the content I truly enjoy. That's why I have a new goal. I want to invest more time in 2000s childhood pop moving forward. When it comes to the videos I've made in the last year, I'll be honest when I say that I've had much more fun doing 2000s childhood pop than the normal pop reviews. With pop reviews, I feel I do them more out of obligation rather than personal inspiration. I made my low charting rep poll as a way to keep myself invested in pop reviews, but it ironically had the opposite effect in which I wasn't having fun integrating them in my videos. That is why I'm making this major change to my Patreon moving forward. I'm removing the low charting rep entirely from the $2 tier. The purpose of low charting rep was for me to look into low charting songs on the Hot 100, thus keeping me active in watching the charts, but I felt very much out of my comfort zone doing so. That kind of detailed chart analysis is something Mark from Spectrum Pulse and Billboard Breakdown is way more qualified to talk about, so it's better for me not to just come off like a lesser version of someone else. It also didn't help that my low charting rep polls had unclear goals and gave the voter much less power than my 2000 CP polls. Personally speaking, I've had lots of fun doing the polls for 2000s childhood pop. For one, it gives you all more power since you literally choose what song I review. Second, the poll choices are more interesting since all of them involve classic hit songs. And finally, unlike with pop reviews, I'm not under any external pressure to keep up with trends/charts and release an episode quickly. With normal pop reviews, not every popular song is one I necessarily want to review. Historically, I just choose whatever song I want whenever I have the inspiration to write a script. For example, even though I wrote my Montero script many months after its release, I did so not out of obligation, but out of genuine inspiration. That's not to say that I don't want to do pop reviews anymore. Far from it. I enjoy making year-end top 10 lists, and I still want to review current hits when I have the chance. I just simply want to do so at my own pace without needing to chase trends and release a video within a certain time limit. Another reason I want to focus on 2000 CP moving forward is because it's a series that's 100% my own creation. It shouldn't be a surprise that I originally started my channel back in 2015 being inspired by Todd in the Shadows. Considering most YouTubers review albums rather than songs, I've always felt like my pop reviews would be seen as a lesser version of Todd's reviews. With 2000 CP, I feel more proud of my content as it's an original series with its own identity that no other channel is doing. Real story. Earlier this year, I was on Reddit where I frequently make posts about my favorite video games. In one of my posts, one person recognized my name and commented on how much they enjoyed my YouTube content, and the thing they specifically cited from my channel was 2000s childhood pop. That little moment honestly felt very special to me as I got recognized for my own idea rather than a ripoff of what others already do. When I started 2000s Childhood Pop in 2017, it was merely a spin-off series to my normal pop reviews. But since 2019, I feel as though 2000s CP has become something that people actually look forward to. I've had several people in recent years comment on how much they enjoyed my analysis on JoJo in my 2004 best list, and stuff like that sticks with me. With all that being said, I plan to make up for the low charting reps removal by increasing the output of 2000s Childhood Pop episodes. For the record, I've already discussed this with my patrons on Patreon, and they're totally cool with the change. Oh, another big addition, I've now made a patron-only Discord server, which is accessible even for the $1 tier. So if you become a patron, you can join the Discord server where we just chill, chat about music, or other topics that come up. Building a strong community is a major goal of mine, so I wanted to give something to all the patrons who supported me this past year. And just like usual, at $5 per video, you get to be listed in my Names of Fame, and at $10 per video, you get a personal shout through the heart along with Prideful Zella. Speaking of which, I want to thank Prideful Zella specifically for helping me set up the Discord server, as I'm fairly new to the app in general. Once again, I'm Mr. 96. If you want to see more pop reviews, click the subscribe button below and tap that bell to be notified when I drop a new episode. Pop songs may come in numbers, but there's only one 96.
너의 그 말 그 잔인한 말 가슴 아픈